You're shooting.
Not call on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, do not want to be called on.
Whenever. You're 10 seconds in.
Okay. Today our word of the day today was. Does anybody know what the Articles of Confederation is?
It's the thing we had before the Constitution and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's right before the Constitution, right after we fought the American Revolution. Okay? We fought the American Revolution against who, Shayla? Yeah, we fought against Great Britain and England. And we didn't like Great Britain because they imposed taxes on us, because they were so harsh on us. We thought that we had just come in and built a new, and we're doing all this on our own. Okay, over here, we're making money ourselves. Well, British say, hey, y'all can't make money without us. And so they're imposing taxes to make money off us. Well, we don't like that. We want our own government, and we don't want so many rules. So we're going in and we're fighting, and we go fight the revolution. And after the revolution, we set up a government that is a lot less strict and a lot less controlling as the Articles of Confederation. Then we created the Articles of Confederation. Articles of Confederation was basically just a loose alliance of our states. It didn't have much power over us. It just basically set up 13 different countries, and they had their own rules for each state, but it was loosely held together, called the United States. However, we weren't very powerful as a nation. Do we know any problems that this could create? Anybody?
Trading in between the
Trading, yes. In between different states or in this time. And because they were basically their own country, they had their own ways of life. They had their own currency. If you traded between New York and say Pennsylvania, they would have a whole different price on corn and how it was traded in between. There was no rules from our national government under the Articles of Confederation. And so there were no rules to set up. Also, like I said, currency, they had different money. Both New York would have its own type of money to spend, and so would Pennsylvania. They would have their own type of money. And it would be almost impossible to pay each other because they wouldn't respect it in each state. Also, we have a lot of new land out there that we just got from the British. Remember how we talked about last week whenever they said that the British said we couldn't go past the Appalachian Mountains. Well, now we own all that land. So we can go over there and get our own stuff. However, under the Articles of Confederation, we don't have any rules on who can settle this or how much this land costs. So basically, it's just a free-for-all over there. And there's Indians over there, which is also going to create problems. And why would that be a problem? There's Indians over there, and just another weakness that we would have with our new government. What do you think, Hunter?
It'd be almost like a new war.
Yeah, we'd have a war, and the weakness would be we had no army. We'd have no army to fight Indians over there to protect our citizens. Also, we wouldn't have an army if we get mad because somebody uprises in our own country. If one state tries to secede, then we would have to. If one state tries to secede, we don't have an army to stop them from revolting. So, what this does is it shows how weak our Articles of Confederation is. It can't start up an army. And another reason the army would be important is because Daniel Shays, we'll talk about later, was a farmer who revolted because he thought he was getting taxed. Under the Articles of Confederation, we don't have any power. Our government has no power to make money. However, we just fought an expensive war against Great Britain. We don't have any money as a country, so we do try out taxes. And Daniel Shays is going to get mad. He'll revolt. But we don't have an army to stop him. And that almost breaks up our United States before it even starts. Also, we'll talk about different weaknesses today as we go on. We'll also, our objective is to understand how the Articles of Confederation was set up and why it was set up, and the different weaknesses that it had that led to the land ordinance and the Northwest ordinance, and also what we'd have to do in order to and the events that led up to our creation of a new constitution that eventually replaces our Confederation. So everybody get out your notes and we'll start a PowerPoint.